how to create email account or email user on Plesk panel. Now before we begin, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, like on this page, subscribe and hit on the bell so that you get to be notified as we upload new videos. Now to proceed and create new email users on our Plesk panel, first you log into your Plesk control panel using your login credential. So once you log into the control panel using your login credential, on the home page you click on the dashboard. If you're on the dashboard, you can navigate to the settings where you see hosting and DNS, email settings, and then get started. So you click on email. We are creating email account on this Plesk account or on this Plesk panel. So we click on email account also. After you click on emails, you click on email account. Then you click on this create email address. Create email address. So now on the next page, you see where to enter the address you want to create. You just enter any address you want to create. Let me say tango at tutorial.name.ng. So at tutorial it comes by default, or what I mean by tutorials, it adds your domain name irrespective of what domain extension you are using. So that domain name comes by default, so you don't need to enter the domain name again here. You just enter the user you want to create for the email. Tango is what I want to create, then at tutorial.name.ng is my domain name. So if you want to enter an external email address or any email address you want to receive correspondence to from this particular email address, you can enter it here. Let me say this is MJ and Tuma at gmail.com. Then you choose your password. You can choose any password you want to use. Make sure that the password is strong and something that cannot be break into. Then all these email box default settings, you leave it at default. Do not reduce or increase the size here. Just leave it by default. Even if you increase the size, it's not going to overwrite the one on the server you are working with. So if you want a specific size, you need to contact your administrator to increase the size of the email you want to use, so they will increase it from their end. So if you have any description you want to add, you can add it here. If you don't want, then you can skip and then click on OK. So this email user is going to be created from this page once you click on OK or once you click on proceed. And here we go, the email has been created. I have my email tango at tutorial.name.ng. the user is still tango at tutorial.name.ng. So if you want to access this email, you use the URL and then the credential you just used to create this email address. The URL is webmail.the domain name or mail.the domain name. That will be the URL. But in case you are having challenges accessing this email address, it is possible that the email is not enabled on this server. So how do you get that enabled? First, you log into the email settings. Still from the same page, you go to the email settings. Under the email settings, you see the email is enabled. If it's enabled, you check on this. If it's not enabled, it will be checked on this icon. So once we click on this icon, then the email is not going to be enabled and you can no longer access the email. So you have to leave it unenabled and then click on save changes and apply. So you are good to go now. You can access your email and then exchange any emails from this particular email. Thank you for your time.